rainy Cincinnati between the Steelers and the Bengals. No Andy Dalton with that broken thumb. Marvin Lewis, he's lost his first 6 playoff games. They haven't won one since the 1990 season. Trying to do it with his backup A.J. McCarron in just his 4th start. This was their last playoff victory. Look at the Inky Shuffle getting it done against the Houston Oilers.
We love you, Inky.
In the meantime, they'd have to face their nemesis from Pittsburgh, Big Ben and the Steelers. He's 10-5 in his career in the playoffs. Now, before the game, look at this. All the officials at the center line to keep the team separated. A lot of bad blood here.
No-fly zone, huh?
No-fly zone. So there's no D'Angelo Williams. But how about Jordan Tomlin, a nice job he did. And then Reggie Nelson on the sidelines. Watch what happens. He and the Steelers offensive line coach, the Hall of Famer Mike Munchak, get into it. And Munchak gets called for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Man, dreads, man. A coach?
That's a Hall of Fame.
Hey, Mike don't play that.
On to the second quarter. Here comes the rain. We are scoreless. 3rd and 12. McCarron wearing no glove and gets picked off by Antoine Blake.
Ill advised throw there.
One of the times he took a shot in the game, and it was horrible.
It led to a Chris Boswell field goal and the first points of the game. Steelers' next drive as McCarron started to get fit for a Dan Marino isotoner. Vincent Ray nearly kicks it off at the goal line. The Big Ben avoided that turnover. Boswell would tack on 3 more. 6-0 now in the 3rd. McCarron hit by Jarvis Jones. That's a fumble. Pick it up. Big fella camped up. No!
Ball.
Now it's William Gay who returns it to the house. He did that with a pick 6 in their earlier meeting in Cincinnati. He got flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct. Now, McCarron actually lost the ball. That's ruled a fumble. Big fella Cam Thomas is ruled down there, as you can see. As far as Gay's touchdown, it's knocked off the board. The Steelers would eventually get a field goal and a 9-0 lead. Antonio Brown, another 100-yard effort for him.
Mama, there go that man.
Baddest man in the game right now.
That is a 60-yard gain. Steelers have 1st and goal, and then 2 plays later. Remember, Big Ben called out Martavis Bryant this week, said he had to grow up and toughen up?
I got you.
How's this for a catch? The somersault, and the ball was between his twins and on his hamstring.
This is great, man. This was a great catch. Wow. And focus and concentration. And that's the way to finish.
In his last 2 games combined, 1 catch, 6 yards. Bryant had a huge evening in Cincinnati. Steelers would go for 2. They would fail, so it's just 15-0 at that point. Kind of maybe an odd decision for Tomlin at the time. But look at that catch. Even Odell Beckham Jr. on Twitter said, wow, what a catch. So the Bengals' ensuing drive. Giovanni Bernard on 3rd and 9, lit up by Ryan Shazier. Ball is loose. Shazier starts returning it. Now, the refs did blow the whistle. They ruled Bernard down by contact. Jeremy Hill ticked off about the hit. So here we go. Steelers and Bengals living together at midfield. We've got some issues out there as far as Bernard. He walked off the field.
Well, he wasn't defenseless either.
So Tomlin threw the challenge flag. He said that Shazier actually forced the fumble.
Where did that helmet go, LTZ?
He's a runner at that.
So they overturned the call. It was a turnover. So the Steelers get it back. Roethlisberger then gets dropped by Burfict into the turf.
This changed the game right here, Chris.
Sure did. They ain't got to get rid of that ball, too.
And Roethlisberger, as you can see, lands on that right shoulder. His teammates tried to help him up. He couldn't do it. So he gets carted to the locker room. So that means Landry Jones had to come on and replace him.
And that was classless with a Bengals fan throwing a water bottle at Ben on a cart. Classless.
Well, this was a huge play as McCarron looking deep downfield for A.J. Green. And we had a flag on the play. So 1st and goal for Jeremy Hill. He punches it in on 2nd and goal. And the Bengals are within 15-7 and facing a backup quarterback as well. Later on, it's 15-10. Landry Jones still in the game, even though Roethlisberger has come out of the tunnel and has his helmet on. 3rd and 4, Jones for Brown. It's incomplete. No flag.
He had him beat, too. You just got to get it up there to the best receiver in the game right now. You got to give him an opportunity.
So the Steelers forced to punt to that man, Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
He returns it 24 yards inside the Steeler 45. 4 plays later, 4th and 1. They're going for it with under 3 minutes to go.
Who you going to look to?
Marvin? Marvin, is that you?
Marvelous.
That's a gain of 9. Moves the chains. 3 plays later,
What about this time?
That's AJ to AJ. And the Bengals, with under 2 minutes to go, are looking to advance for the first time in a quarter century.
Under 2 minutes is the key statement.
Hey, Big Ben.
Now the Bengals going for 2, but this is...
That's the worst play ever called for a 2-point conversion.
So the Bengals, they do have a lead, though, with under 2 minutes to go, but it's just 1 point. Ensuing drive, it's not Roethlisberger, it's Landry Jones, and it's Vontez Perfect, a guy that was fined $69,000 the last time they played the Steelers with the pickoff. And so all they got to do is maybe run it out.
We can turn out the lights, right?
Goal.
We can turn out the lights.
But Jeremy Hill has it stripped by Shazier. Ross Cockrell recovers it, and the Steelers are back in business. What a great play by Ryan Shazier, ripping it out.
A lot of Bengals fans threw something at the TV right then.
So Big Ben comes back into the game, 4th and 3 on their own 41 with under 30 to go. Roethlisberger, Brown.
Great route. Pick route on the linebacker. Antonio goes inside, dips out, move the chains.
And then the biggest play of the game. Roethlisberger incomplete to Brown, but you see a late flag. That's on Vontez Perfect, leading with his shoulder to the head of Brown, who Mike Tomlin would later say was concussed. So that's a personal foul. And then Steelers outside linebackers coach Joey Porter comes out on the field to check on the health of his player, and he gets into it with Pac-Man Jones, who gets flagged for a personal foul as well. So if you're keeping track, that's 30 yards in penalties on the Bengal on 1 play alone without the Steelers even completing a pass.
Wow.
So Mike Tomlin has seen enough. With 18 seconds left, he sends out his field goal kicker, Chris Boswell, for the winner. The Steelers are moving on, and Marvin Lewis is again going home.